Greetings. My name is Desiree Morrison, and I am the ambassador of change. I am here to share with you some opportunities that are going to change your life forever. First of all, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I want you to imagine Hurricane Katrina. A lot of times when we mention Hurricane Katrina, we we kind of feel like it just happened like maybe last month because some of the devastation, we are still dealing with that. And it is 2020. We're still dealing with that. You know, 15 years later, and we're still dealing with Hurricane Katrina. The effects of. So I want you to imagine this. You evacuated, and when it was told it was safe for you to return, you returned home, only to find, some damage to your home. Wasn't a whole lot because I didn't stay on the East Bank. I stayed on the West Bank. So a lot of wind damage, a lot of inconvenience, and you're dealing with that. And then you're dealing with your children and the questions that they have and the trauma that they're dealing with because they have been displaced. They come back home and things are in disarray. They can't sleep in their room anymore because the roof has been damaged and rain has come in and the tree has fallen over on the roof. So it's just a lot of stuff that you're dealing with. So you decide to take a ride just to get away, just to clear your head for a little while. You take a ride, you and one of your children, and you're riding in an area where there's a lot of devastation. Katrina has really, really done a lot of wind damage to a lot of the areas on the West Bank. So you're riding through the neighborhoods, you're looking at the devastation, and you decide to get out of your vehicle and get a closer look at, what really happened. And you're so in awe at how the buildings, are just look like somebody just picked them up and just threw them down, like they were just toys, and while you're doing that, you're approached by a police officer, and a police officer questions you about what are you doing around here, and you let him know just looking at the devastation, and not expecting him to say anything derogatory to you, but he turns to you and he says, "No, that's not why you're here. You're not looking at devastation. You back here looting." And you look at him like, "Looting? I don't have anything." You not only say that as you think it, but it's kind of throwing you off that he would even insinuate something like that because you have absolutely nothing. And he tells you, "Well, that's what you're going to jail for." And he takes you to jail. And your minor son, who is with you, they call a cop car to come get him, to take him to jail as well. Now, imagine how you're feeling at this point. You just got through one hurricane. Now you're about to experience another personal hurricane, right? So you get arrested, you go to jail, you get out with a subpoena, and you go to court for months and months and months and months and never have your day in court. They keep pushing you back and pushing you back, interrupting your life even more. So almost a year later, in August of 2006, you finally get your day in court. You get up, you get dressed, you drop your kids off at school, you go to court. When you go to court, you find out that they have flipped the script on you. Your charge is no longer looting. They change your charge to unlawful entry of an inhabited dwelling. Now that's really freaking you out because the building that you were standing in front of was condemned and abandoned because of what Hurricane Katrina did to the building. So now you're thrown for a loop. You're perplexed. You're trying to figure out what in the world is going on. Is this real? Am I dreaming? So your court appointed lawyer tells you that's the charge and that's all she knows. They want to know how you plead. Of course, you plead not guilty. So then they say, we're going to trial today. Now, this is your first day in court to answer that subpoena that you got a year ago. And they want to take you to trial today because you pleaded not guilty. They ask you where your witnesses are. What witnesses? How could you have any if you're just showing up to answer the subpoena? So, since you have no witnesses, there's only two people that's going to testify, you and a police officer. Now, who you think the jury believed? Exactly. And that same day, the day that I showed up to answer my subpoena, that same day that I dropped off my children at school and reported to court, that same day I was remanded. I was locked up, and I stayed locked up for 30 days later before they gave me my sentence. I was sentenced to 6 years in prison for a crime that I did not commit. Yes, that was me. Now, when I got out of prison, I had no money. I needed to make some money because I had children that I needed to take care of. I had things that I needed to do with financially, and I needed money to do those things. So, I want you to know that the Lord equipped me to put systems in place so that I can not only make money, but I don't have to be present to make the money. He has given me business opportunities that I can share with others who are coming from a traumatic situation, coming out of jail, coming out of a bad marriage, coming out of a bad breakup, or just coming out of whatever you're coming out of. And you need to get your mind right so you can get your finances straight. You know, I was given the opportunity to do that, to do the research, to gain the knowledge so I can share with others. And I've been doing that since 2017. I have made more money being in business for myself than I've ever made on any good job that I've ever had in my 53 years of living. My passion is to help other women to do the same, to show them how they can not only come back from a traumatic situation, not only survive that situation, but thrive. That is what I'm here for. I am the ambassador of change, and I know how to help you make the necessary changes in your life that are going to equip you to be financially successful. They're going to equip you to excel in life and business. Now, what I would like to offer to you is allow me the opportunity to speak with you. Let's have a one-on-one conversation. So I call it an assessment, so we can see what changes need to take place in your life so you can be financially fit. What changes need to take place with your finances so that maybe you can add another stream of income to your household without getting a second job? What changes need to take place so that you can have the income coming in that you don't necessarily need it for financial obligations, but maybe you want to save it for the kids' college, or maybe you want to save it to put that down payment on a house or a vehicle. You know, those are the type of things that we as women think about. you know. So let's have a one-on-one assessment and let's see how we can fit your ideas, your goals, your aspirations into a system as we build relationship to help you to be all that you were put on this earth to be and to do. My name is Desiree Morrison, and I am your ambassador of change. Thank you.